Best stocks to buy right now. Good day, all stock market traders and investors. This is Total Investor YouTube. On this YouTube investment channel, we look for trading opportunities in stocks and commodities, primarily based on chart patterns. That means this is an educational, technical analysis investing channel. Okay, so please keep in mind that everything that I say should be thought of as educational and should not be thought of as financial advice. Okay, please watch this video all the way through. That way you get to see all the opportunities that I talk about. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to this channel and YouTube will notify you whenever a new video is posted. Okay, so let's start off with the very first chart that I have. This is the NASDAQ, the QQQs. It is one that I have posted several times in the past, and so it should be looking very familiar to you. 6-month chart, and I have two lines here that are converging, showing that the stock pattern is converging here, and it was going to be moving, and it was going to break one way or the other. It broke to the downside. It turns out that it was only good for a couple of days, and it was a false breakout to the downside. So once it breaks back up, that we could look basically the other way, meaning it has been in a bull market for just over a week now, when it turned around and broke back above that trend line. Okay, it is now above the shorter term and the intermediate term moving averages. That is the 10 and 50-day moving average. It also cleared the downtrend line. The RSI broke its downtrend line. It's above 50. We're now at 65. Okay, so everything's looking more and more positive for the Qs, or the NASDAQ. Okay, also broke its previous high. We're at the older highs going back to September, and we don't have much to go to hit the previous high back in mid-July. Okay, so that'll be, I believe it was like 388, give or take. Okay, will it go there? Well, with the strength that it's had over the past week, probably. Okay, the odds are high that it will get there. Will it exceed that, go beyond, and for how long? Well, that remains to be seen. Okay, so for now, everything is looking more and more positive for the NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ is stronger than the S&P, the SPY, which I am not showing here, but if I did, it would show you that the SPY is actually just below or touching this downtrend line here. Okay, it hasn't broken through as of yet, so maybe it's telling us something as to where the stocks that have the strength are going in, and that is probably the technology stocks. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're looking to place or looking for a place to invest your money in the market. Okay, again, NASDAQ, QQQs. So let's start with the very first stock, and that is the Boeing company, BA. I have here at 197 approximately. This was a level that was support for a while. It bounced, came right back down, and then it became a level of resistance. Okay, hit it once, twice. We're now at it 3 times, and it looks like this could be it, with the market moving up higher. The stock is above the 10-day moving average, above the 50-day moving average, right at resistance. But we see that the RSI broke its 50 trend, the 50 level, last week sometime, and it's still above that. We're at 60 now, so everything, I think it should be a go, probably on Monday if the stock cooperates. We could be seeing that above this line, and that'll probably be the final confirmation of a buy, technically speaking. BA. Next, CME Group. Okay, I've got basically 2 lines here. We've got after a little pop here, once the moving averages have crossed, the stock crossed above both. That was the initial buy signal. Met resistance at 208 and found support and at around 198. Okay, so we had like about a $10 trading range for a while from late July to early October. It was basically in a $10 trend. Once it broke through that 208 level, popped and then came back down, and then that's when that level became support. Okay, several times it touched it and reinforced it. The stock is still above that support level, bounced off of that. We are above the 50-day moving average and above the 10-day moving average. Both moving averages are sloping upwards. So everything is a go on this particular stock, including the RSI above 50. We're at 59. Everything is looking good for its next level, and we'll most likely see new highs on this stock, CME. Next is Jabil Circuit, JBL. Again, it was caught in between a pattern between, it's about $16 trading range from mid-June all the way to early October. Okay, bouncing back and forth. It finally broke through that 116 level, had a pop, and then, as usually happens, comes back down to test it. Didn't quite get back down to the full level of 116.5. We got down to around 120, close enough. We are above the still support. We're above the 50-day moving average, above the 10-day moving average. Both of them are sloping upwards. That's all good. And the RSI is above 50. So again, similar to the previous stock, everything's a go on this. We will probably see new highs if the general market cooperates, and so far everything's looking positive for that. JBL. Kopin, KOPN. I brought this to your attention initially. I think it was once we had the breakout here. It did look like it was a good buying opportunity, and it was confirmed. Okay, the stock did move higher, had a little bit of a pullback, back down to support. Friday's move, a nice big percentage-wise return, and on some very good volume. Okay, so the stock is above 10-day and 50-day moving averages. The moving averages have crossed. The RSI crossed above 50, bounced above 50. We're now at 68. Everything is a go for this particular stock. So this thing looks like it's on starting a new bull move. KOPN. Norfolk Southern, NSC. Brought this to your attention a while ago. It broke out of its downtrend line, popped, then it came back down. So it would have been, you should have used a trailing stop. As the stock moved up, you would move your trailing stop up. So you would have gotten out for most of this move here. But this would have provided you with a buying opportunity here, getting back in on the cheap. And all you had to do was look at this as a lower low in the stock, but not a lower low in the RSI. So that would have been a bullish divergence. Okay, something to look forward to when you think that a stock could be bottoming. And so far, over the past week, it looks like that's exactly what has happened. Okay, stock is above the 10-day moving average, touching the 50-day, and we've got just broken through the 50 level on the RSI. So this looks like we've got another opportunity here to get in. If you do, obviously use a stop, as you should have done previously. NSC. Next is coin, and this this is a 3-year chart. Going back to this initial IPO of around $400 is where it initially started to trade. Came back down, settled down at around in the 40s, I believe. I think it was $40. I don't have the exact price with me, but what we see here is lower lows in the stock, higher lows in the RSI. So that gave us bullish divergence, gave us a strong indication that the stock's trend at the time, which was going down, would be about to end. And that's exactly what happened. Moved sideways for a while, had a little bit of a pop. So we're in a little bit of a trading range here of around $50, give or take. Came back down near the upward sloping trend line, bounced again. We are now above both moving averages. Both moving averages are sloping upwards. That's what you want to see. RSI well into above 50 territory. So this looks like it is in a new bull move. And of course, if we get the cryptos cooperating, Obviously, Coinbase should also be doing very well as well. Coinbase Global, COIN symbol. Next is DraftKings. Also, again, another 3-year chart pattern. This one is pretty straightforward. All you got to do is look at a big help are these two moving averages. Green and blue is what I have here. Just buy it when they cross on the upside, sell when they cross on the downside. You're in and out through most of that. For the big moves, you would have avoided this particular down move all the way down, and you would have been in right at around upper teens, like $18, $19 here in this level. So you would still be in. We're now at 35, so that would have been a nice double in what? Less than a year. Not bad, okay? Still bullish. The stock is above both moving averages here, well into a plus 50 on the RSI. We're at 65. That's still bullish. Stock is still in a good pattern right now. So everything still looks good for DraftKings, DKNG. And finally, Palantir Technologies, PLTR. Again, follow the moving averages. It works in a lot of cases. No indicator is ever perfect, but this one weeds out a lot of the the erratic movement sometimes. So the last time we had, now because this is fairly new, the moving averages have crossed only here for the very first time, and that would have been a sell. So you would have been out all the way down here from 25 down to single digits. It did give us another buy signal here when they crossed above each other, and the stock was above, so that was below 10. Let's call it 10 to make it easy. Right now, stock is 1967, so almost a double, give or take, but that was been that's less than half a year. Okay, double your money for half a year just using one indicator, crossing the moving averages. That's it. Okay, not complicated at all. Okay, again, stock is above both moving averages. RSI is above 50, still good. The stock is still bullish, so I think that we can still got some more up move, provided, of course, that the general market remains bullish, and of course that is what you want to continue looking day to day. So that's the situation for Palantir, PLTR. And let's double check to see that that is it. Yep, that was the last one. Again, if you have not already done so, please subscribe. That way you get to see all the chart patterns and get the new updated video whenever they come out. Please, a big thumbs up and a comment in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you've got to say. And having said that, I will see you in the next video. Thank you.